Hey, what is going on, everyone? I just wanted to bring you all a very quick video here today. Yes, my green screen's not up, so you can see some of the stuff behind me, so try not to get too distracted by that. I want to tell you all a happy Dark Dimension 5 day because Dark Dimension 5 has been released officially, this store reset, and we can see it now in the Dark Dimension 5 tab. Now, what's interesting about this is there's already people off to the races. So I'm recording this about an hour after the store reset, and we already have 6 people who have made it onto the leaderboard. Congratulations, everyone, including the infamous Dormammu Japan. So we'll see where this ends up flattening out. How many characters do they actually have at Gear Tier 16? That's what I'm really curious about. So you can see all the maps here. You can see the enemies. It's really interesting. I went through most of this. It seems like the enemies are cut off at New Warriors. There's no Weapon X. There's no Eternals. Thank F for that there's no Cersei and Icarus. I was actually really concerned that maybe that would actually come to fruition. What's interesting, though, is that you can actually see what people are using as team members. And I thought that because City is actually the first node to come up after the first 3 as non-legendary city, I thought that people would be stacking up, 5 city characters, but it appears that's not the case. So it makes me wonder, how many characters do these people have at Gear Tier 16? I guess we'll find out, because if they end up making it all the way through City and into Global, then I guess they have 10. I mean, you need 5 to start and then 5 for every lane. So we can see some city characters here, quite a few actually. So Darker Side from Legion as 4 out of 5 city characters here in this global damage leaderboard. On the other hand, we only see 3 here by Ruff of Pants of Hulk with Omega Red and Capsam as global. Dormammu is using a bit of a mix here. Kestrel is cosmic. We got global, and we got Sharon as well global, and 2 city. So it's a bit of a mix, which makes me believe that maybe they have at least 10 characters, but I don't know about that. So we have non-legendary global here as well. We have 2 nodes. That's the 3rd lane that comes in after global. So anyways, it's all here. It's quite interesting. You can zoom out and check out all of the nodes. I think it's really cool. We'll see how it ends up panning out and where people end up landing after today, after the first day, and how many characters people have for Dark Dimension 5. One other really quick thing that I want to talk about, though, in this video, like I said, very short video, do not buy these Dark Dimension orbs. There's Dark Dimension City orbs, Dark Dimension Global, and Dark Dimension Cosmic orb. Now, I know that this is not a Dark Dimension 5 orb, it's a Dark Dimension orb, so it could be for 2, 3, 4, 5, but realistically, if you look at what's inside of it now, it's 750 power cores. Crazy. So on the left and the right pillars, they do have superior uniques as well. Here you can see here that they have as well as some other gear. But in terms of the shards, you're only getting 3, 4, and 6 shards. Now for City, this is a pretty decent list of characters, I guess. Unfortunately, Scream is farmable now at 500 in the arena credits. Venom is farmable. Carnage is also farmable. So really, you're pulling this for like Anti-Venom, Cloak and Dagger, realistically, these 3. Spider-Man is also farmable. I guess he's also in the Mouse and Orb too. For veterans who are even thinking about Dark Dimension 5, it's just not really a solid buy here. I can say that. And I want to talk about the Cosmic one. And I think this is, and even the global one, I think is a little bit misleading for newer players. So this one has the characters that, I don't know, Scopely believes that we should be building for Dark Dimension Cosmic here. So we have the 4 members of Infinity Watch, and that's fair. Infinity Watch is a very, very strong team, and without a doubt, that's going to help you cleave a path through Dark Dimension 3 and 4 Cosmic if you still want to use them. That being said, we're in an era of the Eternals now, and you've seen my videos about the Eternals by now, I'm sure. They're absolutely bonkers, and their text is specifically Arena and Dark Dimension, so you would be crazy not to use them. And inside this is Thanos and Cull Obsidian. Cull Obsidian was never really a good choice in Dark Dimension Cosmic. Trust me, I did it. I did it for Dark Dimension. I don't know if it was Dark Dimension 3 Cosmic. I definitely did it for Dark Dimension 4 Cosmic. It wasn't great. I don't remember when I was doing Dark Dimension 3, but it was not great. And Minerva is well past her expiry. I really do not recommend anyone to take Minerva very high anymore. If you haven't already built her because you're a veteran player, don't do so now. So I think that this is slightly misleading in terms of Scopely telling us what characters we think we should invest in for Dark Dimension. The global one is a little bit disappointing as well, however, not as disappointing. So what's weird here is they're bringing Pimtech back, or they're trying to push Pimtech to make you think that you want Pimtech, but you don't. Now, Ghost is a very good character, but beyond that, you're seeing Ant-Man, who is in the Blitz store. Stature, very easily farmable in Cosmic Chapter 1. I'm pretty sure that's where she is. And Emma Frost. Now, this is an interesting pick, but I don't know if I would still really recommend it. So, at the end of the day, you know, it's Ghost who's in the War store, Maria Hill also in the War store, Sharon Carter in the Raid store, and Cap Sam, probably the most valuable one here, but he is farmable now. So, in terms of usage for cores, it's not very good. It's pushing characters that I think are outdated that you don't really need, including Emma Frost, Ant-Man, and Stature. Ghost, I'm actually using Ghost in my my baby account for Dark Dimension 3 Global, and she's good. But other than that, I wouldn't really touch any of these, you know, these three characters. Don't use the full Pimtech team. It's absolutely terrible. So, I don't know. You know, a lot of these orbs have farmable characters for sure, and it reminds me of sort of those legendary orbs. You know, I think it was like 450 cores for some of these legendary orbs. Are they on the... I don't even know if we have them here. Like, Dark Sorceress Orb. Is that for Phoenix? Maybe, you know, they always, the X-Force Orb, they always used to give you, like, the better quality characters, but, like, fill it with some trash farmable characters so that, you know, your chances of actually getting what you want is actually pretty terrible. So don't invest in any of these Dark Dimension Orbs. They're pretty bad, and for 750 cores, it's not good. I don't even think there's any offers available for them, but I suspect that if this is a mainstay in the store, that they might end up creating offers for it, but, you know, it's probably going to be really expensive. You know, you're probably looking at like $30, $40 for 5, 6 of these orbs, especially if they're priced at 750 power cores. It's just, that's not good at all. So that's it. Dark Dimension 5, that's just some announcements there I wanted to bring to you guys, and yeah, happy racing for those who can do it. Actually, in terms of my gear on my teal gear, wanted to share with you, I was actually thinking about doing Icarus for my first tier 16 character. Now, why was I thinking about that? Because he's absolutely bonkers right now. And if I don't know, for arena purposes, I know he's going to be good in Dark Dimension Cosmic, Dark Dimension 5 Cosmic, or wherever I end up using him, which is going to be there. So I think this is probably a good choice, but Cosmic is further down the line. Honestly, I'm not even going to bother talking about the order of which you should build characters for Dark Dimension 5, because I don't plan on entering. I don't think I'll probably have enough gear to enter until, I don't know, like the middle of 2022 at this point. So in terms of how much I have, you know, you can see here, I have like a lot of these augmented vials. I almost have enough powder for like 1 piece. I have 4 out of 18 augmented astral energy. I almost have about 100 of each of the catalysts, actually, so I'm not doing too bad there. I've been farming quite a bit on Do More Chapter 4, so that's a thing too. But in terms of everything else, yeah, I mean, it's not super hot. I was going to look at the teal ABCs that they call it, Augmented Basic Catalyst, wherever here. I have almost 200 teal Augmented Basic Catalysts, so I'm not doing too bad, you know, but that's just one character, right? And we still have to get 5 to start. So it's absolutely crazy, the requirements for Dark Dimension 5 for any non-Kraken. Let's put it that way. So I'm kind of making a goal for myself. We'll see. How long will it take me to be able to equip 1 character? How long will it take for me to equip 5 characters? We'll find out. You know, I'll do an update every time I have enough to equip 1 character. We'll kind of like add that to a list somewhere, and then maybe one day out there in 6 months time I'll be able to start this stuff, because yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Let me know what you think about Dark Dimension 5. Let me know what you think about the races, and let me know what you think about those orbs, because they're absolutely trash. And for any early and mid-game players watching this video or watching my channel, please do not invest in the majority of those characters in those Dark Dimension orbs. They're not very good. If you need some help with Dark Dimension, feel free to reach out and I can help you out. So that's the end of this quick video, and I'll see you tomorrow on the blog post.